Are you a consulting business owner seeking a better way to scale to your next million in revenue? Accelerate Sales Podcast features other experts who have cracked the code to predictable revenues with proven sales systems that quickly increase revenue and get you on the fast track back to doing what you do best. Now let's accelerate your sales with today's episode.
Hi, Paul here. Before we get into the show, would you like to make a great first impression on LinkedIn? If so, I have something just for you. When people search for your name on Google, your LinkedIn profile will normally come up first. Before meeting someone for the first time, how often do they view your LinkedIn profile? For many coaches and consultants I begin to work with, their profiles don't do them any justice. I've created a simple solution where you can whip your profile into shape to have your best foot forward when attracting new clients on LinkedIn. Go to blgdownload.com, so that's blgdownload.com to get your 5 killer tips today. Hello to the Accelerate Sales Solo podcast, episode number 334. If it's your first time, welcome. And if you love what you hear, please subscribe. It means the world to me. If you are a regular, I really appreciate your support. And as always, any iTunes reviews are warmly welcome. Please check out all the past shows on your favorite platform. Just search Accelerate Sales and also look out for those interview shows as well. So today's topic is 7 ways to get more sales with YouTube. What you will learn is why YouTube, the 7 ways, and also some channels you can look and learn from to start your journey. So, most of us have got great content that we're putting out in the world, and most of that is normally on LinkedIn, right? I know I post 3 times a week on LinkedIn. I'm very consistent with that. I've been doing a few, all of my podcasts, etc., go on YouTube. But to be honest, I really want to double down on it. I want you to double down as well, and that's why I'm going to share this with you. And a couple of key stats that really got me thinking hard about YouTube is there's 2.3 billion active users. That was in February 21. 79% of internet users have their own account. It's the second most popular social media channel, and I'm sure you've heard this one. It's the second most popular search channel as well. And every day there's 1 billion of hours watched on the platform. And Buffer in an article said that 62% of businesses post content. Right? So if you are producing content, and we'll talk about how to repurpose in a moment, if you're producing it, why not get it on a platform like YouTube? About 70% of people are on mobile, and 90% of people say they discover brands or new products on YouTube. Okay, so I hope those stats were as defining as what they were for me. But let's jump into how we can get you more sales with LinkedIn. So number 1 is build videos around a single keyword or topic. So you can use tools like keywordtool.io/YouTube and also vidIQ.com to get those, and all this will be in the show notes. Also, once you've chosen your keyword, check out the videos that are currently ranking for that topic to make sure you're on the right track in terms of intent, and don't forget to optimize your title and descriptions. And really, so often you can look at keywords and see someone that's done a great video, right? And you can just do an adaptation of that, your spin on that, and leverage off the traffic that you know's already there. So that's number 1. Number 2 is repurpose your content. Okay, I know this sounds probably dead obvious, but how-to videos are great, and you've got so much content there already, but it's just buried in a way that it's not searchable, right? So, take your best blogs, your client calls, obviously ask for permission first, but there's so many little gems that sit there, repurpose it. And also interviews. If you've done some interviews, like for me, I might do an interview where a certain topic's on it. And, the best is about a 5-minute version. I know, some experts fluctuate between 5 and 10 minutes, but I think to start with, just do 5. And also you might have been on an event, etc. So, and some of the best YouTube videos that are watched aren't the latest, i.e. they've been around for some time. So, it doesn't mean the content has to be recorded right now. Okay, so that's number 2, repurposing your content. Number 3 is engage with users and subscribe. I know that sounds obvious, but we do it on other platforms, but we tend not to do it on YouTube. And I must admit, I'm guilty of this. So it is still a social channel. So reply to likes and comments, no different like you would on other channels, and also welcome in subscribers as well. So number 4 is great design, right? And once again, this might be obvious, but I know myself at the moment, we're completely redoing our channel to make it pop a lot more. And like your cover artwork, your custom thumbnails, people will forgive you for a video that's recorded on an iPhone or on an Android these days. That's okay. But really what makes the difference is having good design and not just the raw video. Okay, and there's lots of video editors. If you want access to one, just send me an email and we can give you a list of them. Number 5 is the format. So, it's pretty simple. Like if you watch, they've all got a similar format, no different to what we teach with LinkedIn and LinkedIn posts. Just make sure you always have a hook at the start of every video. Think of it as like what the TV stations do to you. What the problem is and what the solution will be coming up, right? To really grab people in that first minute is so important. And also link one video to the next. So there's a theme. You might do a series so that you're getting people to spend more time on your channel, which is going to help with the algorithm. But before I continue, I'd like to talk to you about leadjet.io. Ever looked at a LinkedIn profile and had to manually lift it into your sales CRM? Ever sent someone a message on LinkedIn and had to copy and paste it in the sales CRM? If it's not you, it's still your team. And if it's your team, it's still costing them time. No more. You can use leadjet.io and it basically automates all these activities for you. And it works across major sales CRM platforms, including Copper, Pipedrive, HubSpot, Salesforce, and they're constantly adding them. But why not check it out for yourselves? Just go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/leadjet. And that's lead, L-E-A-D, jet, J-E-T. Okay, so we've gone through 4 so far. So number 5 is promote your channel. I know it's obvious, but once again, once you've done all the hard work through the first 4, let's promote it. So add it to your social profiles, add it to your email signature, add it to your list signature, and also promote it on your LinkedIn posts. So you can also now on LinkedIn share a direct YouTube video. So do that. And if you want to know more about how to maximize posts on LinkedIn, just go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/SM. So that's SM. So number 6 is subscribers. So the key thing is to first get to 100 subscribers, right? And here, we're consultants. We're not trying to get millions, and it's not going to be our core way that we're going to earn income, right? Off Google ads and YouTube ads, etc. That's not going to be. But what we can do is make sure that we've got our own description, etc. by at least getting to 100 on our list. And if you want to get the scripts that we've used, just go to email me at paul@paulhigginsmentoring.com for that. Call to action in the content. So make sure you've always got that. So you might do a great bit of content and say you can find more at whatever, and value add for people who subscribe. Okay. So that's, once again, something that you're helping with that socialization because it is a social network. Okay. So we've got one more officially, and then I've got some bonuses. So number 7 is consistency, right? It works far better to do it at the same time each week and maybe do it once a week than to do it multiple times at different times and then go weeks without. And it's like podcasting for me. I never miss a beat. Always make sure I have my interview and my solo show out each week, right? And that's what really works. It works from the algorithm point of view with YouTube, but it also works with people that are expecting your content. And start small, right? Commit to a small moment and then build from there. So we've covered 7 of these great ways. Now you can get the links and the notes in the show notes. So you can do that. But I just want to give you a couple of bonuses before you leave. One is make sure that you complete and have an informative about section with a video. The second is up-to-date contact information so that your potential customers and future brand partners can get in touch with you. And like I see this so often also on LinkedIn where people just don't have their correct details, right? So you're making it harder, you're creating friction, and also create some great custom playlists as well. And as I promised, some channels to follow. Now, some of these names I won't spell out, but you can go and get these in the show notes. So Mark Wyshak, Bill Cates, not Gates, with a C, Cates, Antoinette Dupont, Evan Carmichael, Lead IQ, Dan Locke, and Tom Breeze. Now, the first, everyone except Tom is more from a sales content point of view, but Tom is brilliant at YouTube. So big shout out to you, Tom. So don't forget to go to Paul Higgins Mentoring on YouTube. And, the least you can do for listening and getting this valuable content is subscribe, right? So I'll continue to post great content on there, but, just go and subscribe. So 3 key actions from today. 1, do your research, right? Get the keyword right, look at other channels, etc. Start and be consistent. And the third one is please subscribe to Paul Higgins Mentoring for great sales tips, as I said. You can get all the links in the show notes, as I've said, at paulhigginsmentoring.com/podcast, episode number 334, on the app you're listening to now. I recommend the Pocket Cast app. Please follow me on LinkedIn, where I put a lot of other great content out. If you know someone interested in getting more sales through YouTube, please share it with them. They'll love you, and you can be their sales hero. Please take action to accelerate your sales.
I'm fired up after today's episode. What about you? But hey, before you go, learning is just one piece of the puzzle. Now it's time to put today's strategy into action. Head over now to today's show page at paulhigginsmentoring.com/podcast and share how you'll put it into action. Be sure to head over to your favorite podcast platform and subscribe, rate, and review the show. Tell me what your favorite episode is. And don't wait 1 minute more to gain access to your pulse check at paulhigginsmentoring.com. This could be the difference between struggling to get more leads and making this next quarter your best one yet.